rate and every day, and I believe these are old numbers, but it's growing as we speak. But what we see is, and I think we can jump to the next slide because I want to try and go through. 93, what I'm saying is that 93% of these breaches could have easily been avoided. What does it mean? So we talk about AI, we talk about dark trace, all these amazing companies doing all these extreme features, but if we take it out of the box, the fundamentals that we are missing, what is cybersecurity really? We all talk about cybersecurity, and I know you're probably going to have a very academic version of cybersecurity, but in my life, where we are literally like coming into your house and build an IKEA table and making sure that whoever tested that IKEA table or cupboard is built stable, a CISO, a CTO, the CEO, anybody can go sit on the table and it will be stable. We are the people going underneath and actually build it up. And yes, there are a lot of technologies, intrusion detection systems that we can use. But if we are breaking the rules for the foundational problems for cybersecurity, what is cybersecurity? Everybody is talking about it. Email security, anti-spam solutions, endpoint detection, XDR. XDR is the new word. There are so many buzzwords. We're looking at all these advanced technologies that failed us, like CrowdStrike recently had a complete breakdown where they go into kernel level. So where do we start? Is CrowdStrike the cybersecurity, or is it a Sentinel-1? What is it? And actually, if we go and build up the wall, cybersecurity starts with bringing in the basics. Are we doing security updates? It's one of the bricks in the wall as we're building up cybersecurity. Are we doing security updates? Do we have backups? Do we using directory services? Are we using single sign-on? And if we break any of these rules, do we have password policies? How do we store the passwords? How do we share the passwords? These are not really necessarily costing any money, but these are the fundamentals we normally skip, and we run to these new names and new brands, but we forgot about the foundational, the bricks that can break this whole wall down. And that's how simple cybersecurity actually is. And we obviously as a company focus in, we're doing the baseline minimum security framework. That's a reference that we use internally, and normally that consists of making sure that we do the critical security updates. We take our customers through a journey where they actually get sort of cleaned up, tidied up, or we bring in this blueprint cookie cut approach where we say this is the minimum security framework, and then we'll start talking about additional security like email security or anti-spam solutions or relay solutions or mail archiving, which are very important. Additional backup, making sure you have backup, making sure that your backups there's a retention policy on your backups, making sure that your backups are encrypted, making sure that your password it's password protected, making sure that the backups are in different locations. So there are so many other things. But again, all of this will collapse if we just focus on backups, or if we just focus on email security, or if we just focus on example security updates, or if we just focus on end-of-life products. End-of-life products obviously means when we have systems that's no longer supported by the vendor, like we know Windows 10, I believe it's just been extended. Help me, I know there's some sort of limitation on that. But Windows 10 came to end of life, meaning Microsoft is no longer supporting it, so we need to upgrade it. That's another point, one of these bricks that we need to sort of make sure is secure, and that ultimately builds up cybersecurity. And then we talk about, and not in a specific order, but then we talk about training, start training our end users. But I still believe we should build systems that safeguard our end users, because by training people 450,000 malware applications every day is virtually impossible. Training will be phishing simulation, video-based training, and then there's another product that everybody is talking about and possibly sometimes overemphasizing on is with the dark web monitoring. Mm-hmm. But again, dark web monitoring is just something fits somewhere in this wall of cybersecurity. And we highly recommend start with a minimum security framework. What does it look like? And then these tools doesn't normally cost any money out of the box. We can actually use it, and we can actually bring it in the forefront of conversations. Normally we go into the customers and we'll just make sure we tidy things up, bring in the best practices. We've spoken to a design company, an architecture company the other day. Just basically, they already have the ingredients, just configuring it correctly and making sure that best practices are applied. And ultimately, what does the word compliance mean? All of these steps that we take will ultimately mean now we are compliant. So